Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Vechain and really where VET's going to be going for the next June, July, and 2021 months. We've talked about the big things coming, and obviously a lot of us are excited for the future of Vechain. But if you want to stay up to date with most recent news and information as well as price predictions, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So we do see the market cap at about $8.7 billion right now, and the volume being in the last 24 hours around that $1.1 billion. So a 5.61% increase in the last 24 hours is definitely in, kind of on the right track. We're starting to see, Vechain pick it up, starting to see a great recovery starting to take form. If we take a look at the last week, we do see a 1.5% increase. And to take a look at the last month, this is where most altcoins were hit. As I accidentally click, Vechain is not supported on Coinbase. Do remember, guys, in the future, I do think Vechain will be supported on Coinbase, and that's going to definitely up the price. But 37.46% increase in the last month alone. I do expect, this to really start to get less and less and less as we move up and up and up. And I think this recovery period is going to continue to do very, very well for Vechain specifically as new investors are starting to realize what Vechain's all about. I do want to talk about, like I said, price predictions for June, July, and 2021 at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But jumping down to give you guys a quick understanding if you don't know what Vechain is, I'll give you a quick about and then jump into some big news that you should definitely know about if you are a Vechain holder. Vechain is a cryptocurrency and smart contracts platform focused on supply chain management. It allows manufacturers to add sensors such as RFID tags to their products that can then record data onto the Vechain blockchain. If you take a look at the last year, by the way, on Vechain, it's unbelievable, almost a 2,000% increase. So I do think there's a lot left in the tank. We actually saw, a great recovery just recently, like I said, in the last 24 hours, a 5.61% increase, and I think that's going to continue on. I think we're going to see great things taking place with Vechain specifically, and that's why we have and talk about Vechain, like I said, daily on the channel. So first up, we have Vechain's DNV and Renji Hospital introduce MyBaby, the world's first healthcare application connecting blockchain and IVF services. MyBaby represents a significant leap forward for countless women and families, as well as the healthcare industry. So this is obviously big. Vechain specifically is going to be very, very excited about this. Vechain and DNV have been working, side by side for a while now, and everything they've done together has been great. And I think, this partnership is going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to see big things taking place. Jumping into the next one, though, I do want to talk about, have you heard about Vechain verifying ReCP's 300K kg waste cleanup from oceans? Well, guess what? We're going to have the GM of ReCP and then also the head of DNV Assurance Supply Chain and Product Assurance. They're going to be talking about this in a webinar June 8th at 10 a.m. CET. So a lot of big things could be said here. I think a lot of things that could attract investors, a lot of things that could attract new business as well. So I'm very, very excited about this. I think, this is a little bit less, or I guess undervalued in the stance of Vechain community. I think this needs to be out there as an understanding that this is a big deal. So jumping into the next one, we see Vechain and DNV's MyBaby was featured on Chinese state-owned TV channel STV. So this is pretty crazy considering, Chinese, or I guess China just banned, Vechain, or not, they didn't ban Vechain, sorry about that. They banned crypto just like a couple months ago or a week ago. They banned crypto so much it's so hard to keep track. But realistically, China just banned crypto recently, and now they're talking about, or they're putting Vechain and DNV's MyBaby on state-owned TV channel STV. So that's great to see that take place. Obviously, with the official launch attended by government officials, we gained mainstream recognition just a day after launch. VET continues to lead, and that's exactly what we want to see happen. Jumping into another tweet. This one's about Eisenrich. Always tweets some great stuff about Vechain. If you guys aren't following him, definitely take advantage of his tweets and follow him, as well as me, Crypto Profit YT, on Twitter. From carbon reduction to recycling to medical innovations that give patients peace of mind, Vechain's innovative technology will make the world a better place. Proud to be on this journey with you all. So this is just showing, really a great community of Vechain, showing that they understand the big potential behind Vechain. They understand what Vechain's doing every single day out there in the real world, and that's exactly why a lot of us are invested. We understand that the real world possibilities are endless with something like Vechain. So, I do think, we're going to continue to see great investors jumping in to really get involved. Next, we have Vechain and supply chain. So it's safe to say that Vechain has the most advanced tracking system in the history of blockchain technology and is a pioneer of the adoption of DLT and IoT technologies. And that's exactly what this article is all about. So if you guys haven't jumped into this article, you definitely can. Like I said, it's on Eisenrich's Twitter. He talks more, the article talks more about how Vechain technology itself is one of the most versatile in the online community. Vechain is divided into three components: real-time supply chain tech, cryptocurrency, and the Vechain platform. I won't jump into too much about it, but it does talk about the advantages of using Vechain over other cryptocurrencies, and it talks about really just Vechain in general and how it's a coin that's really kind of dominating a lot of different spaces right now. Jumping into the next one, we want to talk about Vechain and smart healthcare. So research predicts that the blockchain technology will save 100 to 150 billion for the global medical industry, and China has huge growth potential. So this is huge. Obviously, seeing that China continues to have huge growth potential, and Vechain specifically jumping in, getting involved in that. So it's mind blowing. Vechain at this price point still being that $8.7 billion market cap. I do think, like I said, this will continue to rise as we have that 5.61% increase in the last 24 hours. Still, I do want to take a quick look at what's going to be coming recently for upcoming months. A lot of people are very, very excited about June, July in 2021. I will say I still think we're in an accumulation period, a manipulation or FUD stage that a lot of people are kind of worried to jump out. And a very easy way to see that and understand that is that USDT is still at $61.7 billion. We lost $0.1 billion of that here the last 2 days, but realistically, it's going to take a lot more than that to really start to fund some of these other projects before we start to understand that we're completely out of, maybe that FUD or manipulation stage. And I don't know if we'll ever be completely out, but realistically, we are having a great recovery, and I think we are going to get out of this accumulation stage for the most part in the upcoming weeks and months ahead. So by the end of June, I do think conservative price predictions are going to be reasonable. Realistically, we aren't going to see Vechain pushing to its all-time high by the end of June. I think that's going to take place maybe by the end of July. But by the end of June, I do see Vechain pushing around an 18 to 22 cent price point. That'd be a great jump for us, a great recovery. If there's no manipulation or FUD, obviously, that's kind of out of our point when we can't really do technical analysis on manipulation and FUD unless things are coming. With the news that Vechain's also bringing, it's very obvious that Vechain has a great future. So, like I said, 18 to 22 cents by the end of June. By the end of July, I do think this uptrend will continue to increase at a little bit faster of a rate. I think this sideways trend that we are starting to really gain momentum will continue on a sideways trend for a little bit of June, but realistically, July, I think it'll be mostly an uptrend, pushing us closer and closer to our all-time high of 27.82 cents. I think 28 to 32 cents is going to be my price prediction by the end of July, pushing farther and farther. I do think, by the end of the bull market, Vechain could easily still reach that $1 to $2 mark. And I think realistically, $1 is going to be met, up all the way to $2 as a possibility. So do remember, there's so much possibilities behind what Vechain is offering that, new investors could be jumping in any moment. We don't know exactly what's going on with a couple different things. So DHL, we talked about, big possibilities behind DHL and Vechain partnerships, as we also talked about big possibilities behind a Coinbase listing. Vechain has a lot of accessibility right now. You can grab it on a lot of different platforms, but Coinbase always has a Coinbase effect, which pushes the coins that are listed on Coinbase very, very quickly. Obviously, Vechain being a very popular coin, I think it would continue to push, and it wouldn't have a Coinbase effect where it would go up 80% or whatever and come back down 40%. I think it may go up 120% and then just come down maybe 25 to 40% because of the really popularity behind Vechain. A lot of people will like the coin that they're investing in and maybe stick it out for the long haul. So like I said, there's a lot of potential behind Vechain. We'll continue to keep you guys up to date. If you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I really do appreciate all of your support as we get closer and closer to 100K subscribers. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys all in the next one.